what's up and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be giving a review for the Sideshow Collectibles Star Wars Return of the Jedi Lando Calrissian 6 scale figure. Now I know they are also calling this the Skiff guard version of Lando Calrissian because it's based on that appearance of him in Return of the Jedi when he's dressed as a Skiff guard. And this is from Sideshow Collectibles, so this is not like a Hot Toys figure, you know. Of course, you know this is based on the character played by Billy D. Williams in Return of the Jedi right here, which I have on DVD. And as usual, I do have like this Blu-ray complete saga, which has the first 6 episodes of Star Wars. And like I said before, I did get to see Return of the Jedi like I think about 5 or 6 times, a special edition version when they were celebrating the 25th anniversary of Star Wars: A New Hope. That's when I actually got to see Return of the Jedi special edition version. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get into this right now. As you can see, this is the box that contains the Skiff guard version of Lando Calrissian. It even says his name right there, Lando Calrissian. Got Disney on the side. That's right, it also says Skiff guard version too, as you can see right underneath. It also has an image of the figure on the back. I think this is when they're like on the sail barge too, like the way that pic look. You can tell he's outside, look like it in the desert. Slide this on off. I do be hearing a lot of complaints about the Sideshow figures, the actual Sideshow ones, you know, that they're not too good, you know. And here's like the actual picture that comes for Lando too, like this background art. Now I must admit, I don't think the likeness to Billy D. Williams, like far as the pictures go, isn't too great, you know, but it looks pretty good. Another shot of the figure inside the packaging. Okay, they have it stuffed in 2 separate things. I know the 3PO I think was like that too, if I can remember correctly. They have like in 3 different things. These also has images on it too, like this box that was underneath. But here's like his accessories. As you can see, he doesn't really have that much. I think this is just the stand or the base and like his alternate hands. So I'm going to get into this. So I'll probably start with the stand first, I guess. So first up, this is the actual stand for Lando Calrissian. And they have the adjustable neck piece like in this plastic. So what you do as always, you just take this and insert it inside. And then you have the adjustable U-neck piece right here at the top. I know to be careful with these too, because my the one I have like my Sideshow Collectibles C3PO, it's actually kind of broke, but I still put them on it, but it actually broke on me, you know. So I know to be kind of careful with those. These kind of stands from a Sideshow. And now I'm going to take the figure on out. And as usual, it has all this plastic on, so I got to take all that plastic off. So what I do first is take this plastic off Lando. And I take it off his head. Doesn't look like he has it around his neck like sometimes they do. And his arms. I know these ones be kind of tricky. Oh, they came off pretty easy though. The ones on their feet. So first what I'm gonna do is measure Lando, and he's just over 12 inches, 6 scale figure. Now what I do is talk about like the articulation and the likeness to Billy D. Williams. Now, out the packaging, I must admit, it does look like Lando Calrissian from like Billy D. Williams, like especially from like the side angles. It does like look like like if you have it at the side, it does look like Billy D. Williams, you know. But I think head on is kind of off somewhat. But it's still, I think it's pretty decent. I know a Hot Toys figure was supposedly would have been better than this, you know. If Hot Toys did this particular version of Lando, the Skiff guard, this was supposedly would have been better. But you see, he does have all them points of articulation in his head. I think they, I think it's a solid likeness to Billy D. Williams. I think it's better than I thought it would be. So as you can see, this is the actual material that he has on like the skiff guard. Because I know this actual costume made an appearance like in the Solo Star Wars story spin-off movie. I think it was Woody Harrelson that actually wore this uniform. So Lando has always had this suit, even when he was like much younger. When he first met Han, he always had this skiff guard outfit. But obviously, he probably was always connected to Jabba the Hutt, you know. Well, Han was. So you know you can actually lift the arms up, and I see these right here are actually like separate like pieces too, as well as actually on the clothes, you know. So you can lift his arms up like that. Try to find the arm, and he does have a bend at the elbow. You can do a split. Like it's kind of limited because you know this is cloth material. I don't want to like force it too much, and plus he has like this holster over here for like his blaster and so on, and skirt. And I think these can be I'm not gonna bother. Yeah, it looks like this belt is around Lando's waist. It's like Velcro. You can set the Velcro on it so you can take this belt off, I believe. His leg can go up, and he does have a bend at the knee. So you can bend his knees too. Feet can rock and turn and so on, you know, you can turn it like that. He has an ab crunch. So I think this is a pretty solid figure, but I am familiar with that with Sideshow not being, like their figures not being like too detailed, like the likeness to the actual actor or the actress that the facial likeness is usually based on is supposedly doesn't really be that good. They don't be on the level. It's like a Hot Toys figure, you know. Even though it's a Sideshow, this is from Sideshow Collectibles. But I think this is a pretty solid figure. Now I want to talk about the actual accessories that come with the Lando Calrissian Skiff Guard figure. He has right here, it says BD1 Cutter Vibro Axe that he had from the film. It's rather large too. I'm going to go ahead and measure and see how long it is. Looks like it's about, yeah, it's over 9 inches. So it's a Vibro axe. It's over like 9 inches. Nicely detailed. Next, Lando has a set of 5 alternate hands. And I guess you could say 6 in total if you count the 2 that he does have on. So he has like a set of like 5 alternate hands. He has like 2. He has like a left and right open hands. I guess it's just like a gripping hand. I don't think they look too open for something to go into them. Then he has like 2 closers. I bet this is for like the Vibro axe, because he has like grippings on them. So I think that's part of the Vibro axe. And of course this is for like the blaster, because you can tell it's a trigger finger. So he has a total of like 7 hands, I guess. Yeah, in total, if you count all of them, but like 5 alternate hands. But if you count the 2 that he has on, which are fists, it's like a total of 7 hands. Next is Lando's DL-18 blaster pistol. Now my Luke Skywalker from Hot Toys has the same blaster too. I think this is cool, because of course you know Jabba's guards has these. That's what Luke got it here is, you know, when he used the Force to grab the same blaster from like a guard. Because you also can take Lando and put it right here in this holster. So that's probably why I'll definitely be keeping it if I don't actually have it in this hand. So let me see if I can just slide this on in here. I don't know if it'll go in. Yeah, it actually went in. And you can tell by I leave it there, it looks like it will go out underneath right there because there's a hole in it, but I just slid it on in there. So he does have his blaster in his hand. And I do know to be careful with the stand. Like I said, I already know that these can break. And last, Lando has the alternate helmet. Now this is probably how I will display him, like the alternate head, which has like his you can even see like his eyes in it. If I can get a good look at it, you can see like his eyes inside of it. You can even see it underneath, like the head is actually in his helmet. So that's probably how I'll be actually displaying him, you know. I'm glad they gave it to us like this too, where you get the actual head of Lando, but you also can have his helmet, and they just give us like him on with the helmet on. You know, I've been kind of a disappointment if we didn't have like his actual alternate head too as well. You can see his Lando with his Skiff Guard helmet on. So there's no question it's probably how I'll be actually displaying him. Like I said, you can even see his eyes in there too. That's probably how I have them like most of the time. The head went on pretty easy too. It popped right on off. You can see here's Lando with the vibro axe in his hand. So I had to actually switch out the hand to actually get it on there. But he holds it pretty good. Okay, there's the Sideshow Collectibles Star Wars Return of the Jedi 1/6 scale Lando Calrissian Skiff guard version figure. I think this is a pretty awesome and solid figure. Now, I know a lot of people be complaining that the Sideshow Collectibles figures are their actual likeness, like the actor or actress doesn't really be too good, you know, but I think this is a pretty solid look. Now, if anything, like he might be a little too darker than how Billy D. Williams is, like Billy D. Williams, you know. But I think it's still a pretty good, solid likeness to Billy D. Williams. It looks actually better in person. Now, this is another one of those figures that I think actually looks better than the actual pictures that they are actually like showing. You know, when they actually advertise it, it actually looks more like Billy D. Williams than it does on the picture. So it probably will look better to a person when they actually pick it up. You know, ones who don't think the likeness to Billy D. Williams is that good. But there's no question I would have definitely picked this one up. So I'm not too sure if they will ever do a Hot Toys version of this figure, you know. But I still think it's a pretty solid figure, and that's probably how I will always most of the time display them too. If it's actually helmet on, like when you're doing it like that, it definitely looks like the Skiff guard. It's like a solid Skiff guard representation. You know, I think some of the colors are off from what I'm hearing, like the sleeves on the arms. It's been a while since I actually looked at it. But of course, this is based on the character that was in Return of the Jedi, which I have on DVD, like I always say, you know. And also have it like in this Blu-ray complete saga, right, which has the first 6 episodes, not the sequel trilogy, you know. So yeah, and I did get to see Return Jedi, I think, like the special edition version, like I said, about 6 or 5 times I can remember correctly, when they were celebrating like the 20th anniversary of Star Wars. You know, they had a special edition of the original trilogy, all of them like special editions. But yeah, I would definitely recommend picking this figure up. You know, I think it's pretty solid, you know. It's awesome, you know, and it's cool having like a Lando Calrissian figure too, as well, because I don't have like a Lando figure. So that's no reason why I was like so hyped and kind of anticipated picking this one up. Even though it's some Sideshow and not Hot Toys, you know. But anyway, I would definitely recommend picking this one up. You know, this is the Star Wars with Sideshow Collectibles Star Wars Lando Calrissian Skiff guard version 6 scale figure. Please leave a comment and subscribe too as well. Higher, just a little higher. We're on our way.